You walk into a store, you see a jacket. The price tag says $700. You think about it, you walk away. 3 months later, that same jacket is $250. You paid full price for something that was going to be discounted anyway. Every single man watching this has done it. The question is not whether you have wasted money on clothes. The question is how much. Because here is what nobody tells you about the fashion industry. The game is rigged, and you have been playing it wrong your entire life. Fashion is not about spending more money. It is about spending smarter. The man who understands this principle does not just save money. He multiplies his wardrobe. He looks better. He commands more respect. And he does it while spending half of what the average man wastes on clothes that sit in his closet unworn. This is not about being cheap. This is about being strategic. This is about understanding that elegance is not measured by your credit card bill. It is measured by how you look when you walk into a room. Think about Leonardo DiCaprio in Catch Me If You Can. Frank Abagnale did not have money, but he understood something crucial. Appearance creates opportunity. The suit makes the man only when the man knows how to acquire the suit without destroying his bank account. That film taught us that perception is everything. And perception does not require you to spend your entire paycheck on a single item. It requires intelligence. It requires strategy. It requires knowing when to buy and when to walk away. The first rule of spending less on clothes is simple. Never buy at full price, ever. Unless the item is genuinely limited edition and will sell out within hours, you wait. Here is what the fashion industry does not want you to know. Markup is insane. A shirt that costs $15 to manufacture sells for $150 at retail. That is a 1,000% markup. Therefore, when that same shirt goes on sale for $75, the brand is still making money. They are just making less profit. Your job is to wait for that moment. Your job is to be patient. Take Zara, for instance. Zara has 3 major sale periods every single year: Black Friday, post-Christmas, mid-year clearance. If you know this pattern, you plan accordingly. You do not walk into Zara in October and buy a winter coat at full price. You wait until December 26th when that same coat is 40% off. Same quality, same coat, different price. The man who waits is the man who wins. The man who buys impulsively is the man who funds the lifestyle of retail executives while his own bank account suffers. But here is where it gets interesting. Not every brand follows the same discount pattern. Some brands rarely discount their core items. Other brands discount aggressively. Your responsibility is to learn which brands do what. For example, luxury brands like Ralph Lauren Purple Label almost never discount their mainline collection. However, their outlet stores exist for a reason. Premium outlets across the United States offer Ralph Lauren at 30 to 65% off retail prices. Same brand, different location. Massive savings. Now let us talk about outlet shopping, because this is where most men make mistakes. Outlets are not created equal. There are 3 types of outlet stores. First, retail outlets that sell overstock from the main stores. These are gold. Second, factory stores that manufacture cheaper versions specifically for outlets. These require scrutiny. Third, clearance stores that sell past season items from retail locations. These can be excellent if you know what you are looking for. The key is understanding which type of outlet you are shopping at before you spend a single dollar. Simon Premium Outlets and Tanger Outlets dominate the American outlet landscape. These massive shopping centers feature hundreds of brands, but here is the strategy. Do not go to outlets on weekends between noon and 4 in the afternoon. That is when crowds destroy your shopping experience, and picked over inventory wastes your time. Go on Tuesday or Wednesday mornings. Inventory is fresh. Sales associates have time to help you. Dressing rooms are empty. You can actually think clearly about your purchases instead of making emotional decisions in a chaotic environment. When you arrive at an outlet, head straight to the clearance section at the back of each store. This is not a suggestion. This is a commandment. Clearance at an outlet means you are getting a sale price on an already discounted item. You can layer coupons or promotional codes on top of that, potentially getting 50% or more off. A $400 jacket becomes $100. A $200 pair of shoes becomes $50. This is not fantasy. This is reality for the man who knows where to look. But let me be direct about something. Outlets require discipline. The biggest trap of outlet shopping is buying garbage just because it is cheap. A poorly made jacket at 30% off is still a waste of money if you never wear it. Quality trumps quantity every single time. I would rather own 5 exceptional pieces that I wear constantly than 50 mediocre items that sit in my closet collecting dust. Your wardrobe is not a museum, it is a tool. Every item must serve a purpose. Here is another strategy that most men ignore. Discount clubs and online outlet platforms, websites like Gilt and Rue La La offer designer items at up to 70% off retail. These members-only sites feature daily sales starting at noon Eastern Time with limited-time deals on premium brands. Membership is free, and new members often get 20% off their first purchase. You sign up. You wait for the brands you want. You buy when the price is right. Simple. But there is something even more powerful than waiting for sales. Building relationships with sales associates. This is old school. This is effective. This is how men who understand power operate. When you find a sales associate who understands your style and your size, you exchange contact information. They add you to their private client list. When new inventory arrives, you get first access. When sales happen before they are advertised to the public, you receive a text message. This is not about being best friends. This is about creating a mutually beneficial relationship where both parties win. Let me give you a real example. Michael Kors outlet stores regularly run promotions offering 50 to 70% off retail prices. They frequently run additional promotions with extra 20 to 25% off already reduced prices. If you know a sales associate, they tell you about these promotions before they go live. You walk in. You buy exactly what you need. You walk out. No fighting crowds, no stress, pure efficiency. Now, timing your purchases correctly requires understanding seasonal cycles. Shopping out of season is a tried and true way to save money. Buying summer clothes in the fall means finding off-season clothing on clearance racks at drastically reduced prices. Winter coats in March, linen shirts in November, swim trunks in January. This is not complicated. This is just strategic. The fashion industry operates on a 6-month cycle. Spring and summer collections arrive in stores during winter. Fall and winter collections arrive during summer. Therefore, you buy winter clothes at the end of winter when stores need to clear inventory for spring arrivals. But here is what separates amateurs from professionals: knowing which items to buy at full price and which items to wait for. Timeless classics that fit perfectly and will last 10 years deserve full price if necessary. A perfectly tailored navy blazer, a pair of premium leather dress shoes, a classic trench coat. These items transcend trends. They work in any season. They pair with everything. If you find the perfect version of one of these items and it fits you like it was made for your body, buying at full price is an investment, not an expense. However, trendy items should never be purchased at full price, ever. Trends come and go faster than you can say Fashion Week. That leopard print shirt might look amazing today. In 6 months it will look dated. Therefore, if you want trendy items, you wait for them to go on sale. You buy them at 60% off. You wear them while they are relevant. You donate them when the trend passes. No guilt, no regret. Pure strategy. Let me talk about something controversial. Asking for discounts. Most American men are terrified of negotiating price. They think it is rude. They think it is cheap. They are wrong. In small boutiques and independent stores, asking for a discount is not only acceptable, it is expected. But there is a right way and a wrong way to do it. The wrong way is demanding a discount because you think you deserve it. The right way is offering something in exchange. For example, you say this: if I pay in cash instead of credit card, can you offer me 5% off to avoid the processing fee? Or this: if I buy 3 shirts instead of 1, is there a volume discount available? You are not attacking their business. You are creating a win-win scenario. Here is another angle that sophisticated men use: email newsletters and loyalty programs. Every major retailer has them. J. Crew Factory sends regular email promotions with 40 to 60% off. Neiman Marcus Last Call features high-end designer clothing and accessories at up to 75% off, and they send 10% off coupons when you sign up for their email list. You create a separate email address specifically for retail promotions. You subscribe to every brand you like. You check that email once per week. When sales happen, you are notified immediately. You buy what you need. You ignore the rest. But let me address the elephant in the room. Quality versus price. Real leather is better than faux vegan leather. Real leather lasts decades. The fake stuff lasts 2 years maximum. You can safely wash real leather. Fake artificial leather starts leaking particles every time it is washed. Therefore, sometimes spending more money up front saves money long term. A $200 pair of genuine leather boots that last 15 years costs you $13 per year. A $50 pair of synthetic leather boots that last 2 years costs you $25 per year. The math is simple. Quality wins. This principle applies to everything. A well-made wool suit will outlast 5 cheap polyester suits. A cotton dress shirt will breathe better and last longer than a synthetic blend. A cashmere sweater will keep its shape for years, while acrylic falls apart after 1 season. Therefore, when you find quality items on sale, you buy them. You do not hesitate. You do not second-guess. You recognize value and you act on it. Now let me share something that will change how you shop forever. Capsule wardrobe thinking. Most men who work in luxury clothing notice that having more clothes often means wearing the same things repeatedly because too many options creates paralysis. The solution is not more clothes. The solution is better clothes that work together. Navy suits, gray suits, charcoal suits, white shirts, light blue shirts, black shoes, brown shoes. Once you have these foundations, everything else is optional. This core wardrobe costs less than you think if you buy strategically, and it looks more expensive than anything in your closet right now. Here is how this works practically. You need 2 suits, 1 navy, 1 charcoal gray. You buy them during end-of-season sales at 50% off. You invest in tailoring to make them fit perfectly. Now you have 2 suits that look like they cost $3,000 each, but actually cost $800 total. You pair them with 5 dress shirts in white, light blue, and subtle patterns bought on sale. You add 2 pairs of quality leather shoes, 1 black Oxford, 1 brown Derby, both purchased at outlet stores for 60% off retail. Your entire professional wardrobe costs less than $2,000, but appears to be worth $10,000. The secret is not spending more. The secret is spending smarter. When you understand this principle, shopping becomes a game you always win instead of a trap that always costs you more than expected. You stop walking into stores without a plan. You stop buying items you do not need. You stop wasting money on full-price items that will be discounted next month. You become strategic. You become disciplined. You become the man who looks like he spends a fortune, but actually spends a fraction. But here is something crucial. None of this matters if you buy clothes that do not fit your body. Focus on finding garments that fit your body, not just your budget. Avoid high-water pants, shirts that swamp your body, and sleeves that are either too long or too short. A perfectly fitted $50 shirt looks better than a poorly fitted $500 shirt. Therefore, budget for tailoring. Every time you buy something, ask yourself if it needs alterations. A $10 hem on a pair of trousers transforms them from acceptable to exceptional. A $20 sleeve adjustment on a jacket makes it look custom-made. Let me also address online shopping. Shopping in physical stores is always preferable when possible. You get to feel the fabric, see how it fits in real time, and see how it moves on you. It saves you money on returns, wasted time, and restocking fees. However, online shopping has its place. Online-only sales, access to brands not available locally, deeper discounts than brick-and-mortar stores. The strategy is simple. Research the brand's sizing thoroughly before ordering. Read customer reviews about fit and quality. Order from retailers with free returns. Try everything on immediately when it arrives. Return what does not work without guilt or hesitation. Now let me talk about consignment and second-hand shopping. This is not about being frugal. This is about being intelligent. Sites like The RealReal and Poshmark offer designer items at significant discounts. A polo Ralph Lauren jacket that typically sells for $350 was recently available at The RealReal for $115. Same quality, same brand, previous owner, massive savings. The wealthy do not become wealthy by wasting money. They become wealthy by recognizing value wherever it appears. Here is something most men never consider: selling clothes you no longer wear. Your closet probably contains items you have not touched in a year. Those items have value. Consignment stores give you cash or store credit. Online platforms like eBay and Poshmark let you sell directly to other buyers. That money finances new purchases without touching your regular budget. This is not just saving money. This is creating a closed-loop system where your wardrobe funds itself. But let me be clear about one thing. All of these strategies mean nothing if you do not know what you actually need. Before you buy anything, you audit your wardrobe. You pull everything out. You look at what you own. You identify gaps. You make a list. Then and only then do you shop. Having a list keeps you from getting distracted by unnecessary purchases. This is just like grocery shopping. Without a list, you buy everything you see. With a list, you buy what you need. Discipline creates wealth. Impulse creates debt. So let me summarize everything into a simple framework. First, never buy at full price unless absolutely necessary. Second, learn the discount patterns of brands you like. Third, shop outlets strategically during off-peak times. Fourth, build relationships with sales associates for insider access. Fifth, time your purchases seasonally to maximize discounts. Sixth, invest in quality classic pieces but wait for sales on trendy items. Seventh, ask for discounts politely when appropriate. Eighth, subscribe to email lists for sale notifications. Ninth, prioritize fit and quality over quantity. 10th, audit your wardrobe before buying anything new. These 10 principles will save you thousands of dollars per year, but more importantly, they will transform how you think about clothes. You will stop seeing shopping as entertainment and start seeing it as strategy. You will stop buying impulsively and start buying intentionally. You will stop wasting money and start building a wardrobe that reflects who you are and who you are becoming. Fashion is not about how much you spend. Fashion is about how intelligently you spend. The most stylish men in the world do not have the biggest budgets. They have the most refined taste and the most strategic approach. They understand that looking good is not about your bank account. It is about your knowledge. It's about your discipline. It's about your ability to recognize value and act on it without hesitation. Every dollar you save on clothes is a dollar you can invest in experiences, in education, in building wealth, in creating the life you actually want, instead of just looking like you have that life. Because here is the truth. Nobody cares if your jacket costs $700 or $200. They care if it fits well. They care if you look confident. They care if you carry yourself like a man who knows his value. So here is what you do next. You open your closet. You look at what you own. You identify what you actually need. You research brands and prices. You wait for sales. You build relationships. You shop strategically. You buy quality. You get items tailored. You take care of your clothes so they last. And you never ever buy something just because it is on sale. You buy it because it serves a purpose in your wardrobe and it is available at the right price. This is not about being cheap. This is about being smart. This is not about deprivation. This is about optimization. This is not about looking poor. This is about looking powerful while spending less, because elegance is not expensive. Ignorance is expensive. And the difference between the two determines whether you build wealth or waste it on a closet full of clothes you never wear. If you found this valuable, subscribe to the channel and leave a like. This channel exists to teach men how to be elegant and powerful. And power comes from knowledge. Knowledge about how the game works and how to play it better than everyone else. If you want to be part of a community of men who refuse to accept mediocrity and refuse to waste money on garbage, consider becoming a member of the channel. Memberships start at $4.99 per month. Click the Become a Member button. Your support allows me to create more content like this and helps build a community of men committed to excellence. Now I want to hear from you. Comment below with 6 words or less. Tell me if this video changed how you think about buying clothes. Let me know if you have been making these mistakes and what you are going to do differently. The comment section is where we build community. The comment section is where we learn from each other. So share your thoughts, be honest, be direct. And remember, fashion is not about spending more. Fashion is about spending smarter. That is how you win. Before you go, let me remind you one more time. Subscribe to this channel if you want to learn how to be an elegant and powerful man. Leave a like if this video provided value. And remember, moda is not luxury, it is power. Now go audit your wardrobe and start building the life you deserve. Smart spending wins.